Okay, so it's been a while until I made an update on NANOX, 2.5 months actually, and that's because not much has happened that I believe is of such a significant importance. I recommend you to definitely go watch that video from 2.5 months ago first. It will be linked in the description and on the end screen, and it will give you an important info that I will not all mention today. Today I will focus on what happened in this time since my last video and how could it affect the stock price, some potential catalysts, the news and some other insights. I will then conclude and tell you what I plan on doing with the stock and also do some technical analysis. I will try to keep everything as short as possible. So let's start by me asking you to like the video because it does mean a lot to me. We are all also approaching 1000 subs. I'm getting excited about that already, and I asked you in my last video about maybe creating a Discord server, and I want to ask you again what you think about that, so that all of us traders and investors from the channel can share our plays and ideas, connect, and later I plan on expanding to other businesses as well, because the point of it would be that all of us make money, and there are a lot of good ways, but I don't want to go off topic totally, so let's get back to NANOX. Please just tell me in the comments what you do. Would you join the Discord for free if I created it? So the first thing is they submitted a 510k application to FDA for their multi-source NANOX ARC, and as we know, this is a big step forward after their single source being approved in April. Again, if you don't understand what those are, please go watch my previous videos on NANOX. But this also gives us another catalyst to look forward to, because you all seen how the stock price reacts to FDA approvals, not only with NANOX but with almost every stock that gets FDA approved. And when I think that approval will happen, it's hard to tell, but I believe it will happen somewhere around the end of 2021. And that's where I think they will also submit another application to approve NNOX Cloud. So that is a catalyst again, because application also tends to boost the stock price, plus we get another approval then. So those are three catalysts we are looking forward to. Another thing which is there just to keep in mind on the risk side, but the good one, is that institutional investors have a pretty good chunk of shares in NANOX. And why that matters is they aren't really our risk players. They always try to minimize the risk, and that offers some credibility in the stock. But of course, everyone is sometimes wrong, and if they sell, which typically happens on bad earnings, there could be a huge price drop. But just keep that in mind, not something I'm fully focused on for sure. One more thing I like to look at and put it in my research as well is analyst ratings, and as you can see, from 4 analysts covering, 3 of them are buys and 1 is hold. The average target is for the next 12 months is $47.67, which is a 48.74, so about 50% upside from here. So this is a very bullish, since I like taking analyst targets in consideration because they have access to all of the different analysis tools we don't, and it's literally their job, what they have been schooled for to do. So they definitely have more knowledge about it than we do. And another thing you've probably seen is they're having these conferences all the time, here, 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 and now again. And the goal of them is to get more investors. This is something you shouldn't pay too much attention to, but more often than not, the price tends to have bullish sentiment in those conferences times, which will now be held from July 13th throughout July 14th. So just keep those dates in mind. Now let's jump to the chart and see what technicals tell us. So as you can see, the price is currently trading in this, which I have a hard time wrapping my head. Should I consider this a rising wedge or a channel? Because if it's a rising wedge, that's bearish, because then the price should, if it plays out, should drop. I believe it would be about 28 if that happens. But if it were a rising wedge, the lower trend line should be significantly steeper than the upper one. But as you can see, it doesn't really look steeper to me. But you can see that we're definitely getting squeezed here. So whatever it is, I expect that we will have a breakout soon. So just keep that in mind. Put alerts as I have. I didn't put it on the upside. So expect a breakout. Of course, I can be wrong, but I am pretty confident from what I've seen all of the time that I have been in the market that the price reacts the way it reacts, and usually when it's getting like this squeezed in between two trend lines, the breakout happens. Now, as I said, keep monitoring as well as I will, and I will most likely update if a significant breakout happens. So keep that in mind. If it drops below this trend line, that wouldn't be the best. But it would be, if you're bullish on the stock, it would be in your favor if if it breaks above upper trend line. And so personally, I don't hold any shares at the moment, not because I don't believe in the company or anything like that, but because all the catalysts aren't too close right now, and I think there are better stocks to put money in at the moment, a short term talking, and I'm emphasizing the short term because for long term I will definitely buy NNOX and I will buy it, just not yet, but when I do, I will update you guys about it. I still think they have a bright future in front of them, and the only bad thing that I could possibly think of are the earnings, because the first quarter earnings weren't the best and the stock price had a significant drop. So just keep an eye on that. I will cover the earnings most likely, but we will see if there will be any important in the report. And that said, I think I'm gonna end the video now. I want to keep this short. There's not much to talk about. My opinion doesn't change. Please watch my previous NNOX videos if you want me hearing more in detail about why I believe they will succeed, about their opportunity and everything. And yeah, and again, please tell me what you think about opening a Discord. It would be 100% free, and also if you like this type of videos, subscribe and join us here. Check out some of the other stocks on my channel as well. Alpha is looking very compelling at these prices now, and I'm loading up and preparing for a run. It doesn't have to happen, I'm not a financial advisor. And yeah guys, thank you for watching and see you next time.